just a very small quick update on these Aeronef Japanese fleet models. I've now put them together, glued with super glue. In fact, I use this stuff, which is Gorilla Glue, which has got a resin component in it, so it really gives them a nice solid gluing. Although it stinks like any other super glue, you've got to be careful breathing too much of that in. The bases of these Aeronef, I've put the magnetic adapters on, which is why it's a little bit hard getting off that metal plate. This allows me to transport them in storage without having to keep them on the bases. By that I mean, having a look at these larger ones here, you can see they're on the magnetic adapters underneath, so clunk, click, they pop in there. So these are actually from a company called Ninja Magic. They're built for their starships, but obviously they work on any flight-based type models. And this one obviously is a black. I've painted it black. It's a Games Workshop plastic base, sprayed black for sort of fleet battle type things. And you can see the top of the magnetic adapter on there, so it clips in there nicely. Obviously that's just to demonstrate it again. You can see how that works with the other models too. So pop that off there, and this is the Aeronef dirigible, and it slots into there quite nicely as well. Probably for the base primer spray, I'm going to leave them on a metal plate like this. It just means they're easy to spray and move around. Oh, some damage there. In terms of the little finishing touches, I've actually got to add some of the small masts onto there, and I shall show you doing that now. So here I am finding a mast first of all that I've cleaned up. These were quite fiddly to clean up, all these tiny little mast pieces. You can see one already on this one over here, and they had some flash down the side, so in fact they were harder to clean up than the Aeronef themselves. But once done, obviously they're quite neat on the actual hulls and add a little extra bit of detail. The packs that you get from Brigade models come with the appropriate flags with them, so I got a Japanese fleet flag with this. I'm not 100% sure I'm going to use them, but definitely put all the masts on ready for that. So I'll just show you how I put the mast on. I've got a very small amount of super glue, which I've sort of daubed onto the end of that mast. Here's what I'm going to drop it into, with the existing hole in there, which you can see where it's going into. Oh, missed the hole, but it's in. A little bit tricky with the camera in the way and using it left-handed, but that's all I'm after really. Is it doesn't take much to glue that in there. Doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, but it's in. And so I've done the rest of them here as well. I've put these slightly larger mast types with the what looks like a sort of crow's nest type affair in on the bigger ships. I'm contemplating drilling an extra hole on these ones to add a secondary mast as well, although I'm not sure where to do that, and I'm not that worried about it as long as it's got the one mast. Although I have seen people, I think I mentioned in the previous video, that put sort of masts all over them and lots of rigging as well, which would look very nice, maybe using nylon fishing line as the rigging. But the problem with that is it makes them very fussy to play with. You have to be extremely careful when you're handling them, and I'd rather that they were a little bit more robust and less fussy to play on the battlefield. Okay, well I'll do another video once I've got the primer on these and I'm starting to put the base colours on.